I like that line which says, Mary went to a town in the hill country. I went to the hill country recently for a wedding. And it's interesting to not be involved in the wedding directly as the preacher or the presider, and especially not as the couple, just to listen and watch what goes on and to think about what is being said. The commitment that the couple makes to each other is pretty similar no matter how you word it. You know, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse. We have them all. Even if we've never married, we have them all from the movies, which is the way it was always done in the movies. But do you say to yourself, is this really going to happen? Are these two going to be this faithful to each other for the rest of their lives? Well, of course, the statistics, at least in our country, are not favorable right now. It is a real challenging way of life, which many people fail at. The only thing that I think will ever make it work, or can make it work, is if the couple really believes what each one is saying to the other. If they trust each other. Because it's only when we trust someone totally that we can respond appropriately ourselves. I cannot give you my total trust unless I am sure in my heart that you are giving me your total trust. The possibility of marriage being successful depends upon mutual trust. And the emphasis there is mutual and trust. And it's interesting that throughout the scriptures, even in the old Hebrew scriptures, the relationship of God with us has almost consistently been portrayed as a marriage. There's an expression in the old Latin liturgy about Christmas Day and the event of Christmas. It's called, when they translate it into English, it sounds terrible, a divine commerce. We think of money, but commerce in the old days meant that which went on between two people. It even referred to marriage, obviously. We're preparing to celebrate the anniversary of the wedding of God with us in the person of Jesus of Nazareth. Now, given who God is, I think we can be absolutely certain that He is trustworthy, that God will do for us what God has promised to do for us in the person of Jesus, even though it's unbelievable. I mean, listen, this is only a snippet of the gospel story in Luke about the coming of God among us in the person of Jesus. I mean, you have Zechariah a couple of days ago in the gospel being told that he's going to be a father when he's an old man, and his wife, who has been barren and sterile all these years, is going to have a child. And then Joseph is told that Mary's going to have a child, and that's a possibility, of course, but he knows her. And then Mary is told the unbelievable. All these people are presented with unbelievable things, and yet they trusted in the word of the one who spoke to them. And that, I think, is the key to Christmas. We will experience what has been promised us only if we believe the one who made the promise. We call it faith. I don't like that word because it always conjures up a list of things I have to believe to be a good Catholic or something like that, like the creed we'll say in a few moments. But the better word is trust. If I don't trust the one who spoke to me about what God was going to do to me or for me, I can't experience it. I can't experience it. What these people were told was preposterous. And yet they trusted, and it occurred. They had the experience. They questioned. I mean, let's be honest. Joseph was no fall guy. He asked questions. Mary asked questions. And the answers they received on a human level weren't very convincing. Yet they trusted. They entrusted themselves to the one who was asking these things from them. And the same is true for us. All throughout life, the same is always true for us in our relationship with God. We will see only what we are willing to believe. We will experience only if we are willing to trust.